Okay, out onto the streets of Vietnam. This will be interesting. I've actually never ridden a dirt bike before. Well, I've hopped on the back of one and given it for a little spin, but I've never properly ridden a dirt bike before. So this will be interesting. I have a bit of a dirt experience, but I can't say that's actually on a dirt bike. So we've got a group of 6 of us, 6 gents. So one of them is my good mates, and he was going to Vietnam with his dad and his dad's mates. And he said to me, do you want to come along? Just kind of in passing, and I was like, why not? So I'm going with one mate, his dad, and 3 of his mates, and then myself, so 6 of us. But I'm sure after all this, we'll all be mates. And they're all pretty decent riders, so we'll see how this one goes. But I'm keen. So we're in the city of Hanoi at the moment, and we'll get out and get close to, I think we're going northeast Vietnam, so we should be getting out of the city in a little bit, get up to the north, we'll get up to the northeast, get through some tracks, so the majority of this will be off-road, and we have just had a typhoon come through Vietnam, and there's due to be another one that comes through Vietnam in a couple days as well. Not as big, but still a typhoon that we'll have to ride through. So it should be an interesting trip. So make sure to stay tuned to it. I don't know how this overtaking works. Definitely an interesting place, that's for sure. I go from making a video for TMR, one of the videos on how to ride safe, and I finished that like a week or 2 ago, and then I go to riding motorcycles in Vietnam, and tell you what, it's so different. Riding here to riding in Australia. Once you get the hang of it, I feel like it should be alright. Everything, as chaotic as it looks, it all has a certain flow to it. And once you get into that flow, I feel like you're pretty alright. You gotta have your wits about you a little bit, but there's a bit of order to the chaos, shall I say. And I've had a couple trips on a couple grabs already, so I've seen how the roads work a little bit. So it's not super shock for me. Oh, I should probably get out of the right-hand lane because... Wait, is the right-hand? No, this is the overtaking lane. What am I talking about? Oh, shit. I can't even see speed limit signs, to be honest. I don't know if speed limit is an actual thing here or not. See, like stuff like that. Crazy. Lanes don't exist here. Like this. And man, the locals here are absolutely, I love them. I love the Vietnamese people. I've only had good experiences, and I feel bad. I feel really bad because I should have learned Vietnamese, and it's pretty arrogant of me to just come here and expect to speak English, so I do feel a bit bad on that event, but it was a bit last minute, so I need to learn the basics, like thank you and hello, bye, and all that sort of stuff. That's what I'm going to try to do tonight. But yes, I know it's bad that I don't know the language, and that's on me, so I take it as it comes. I believe in when you go to a foreign place where you can't speak the language, you should learn a little bit, and the stuff you don't know, or if you don't learn enough, that's on you. You shouldn't expect people to speak English. I'm still going to speak English and hope for the best, because yeah, great, but I can't get mad if people don't speak the language when I'm in another country. Cows.
Car 20 million, motorbike 6 million. Fine.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But everyone does it.
Huh?
A lot of people do it though, right? He's telling me how big the fine is. To go through a red light. And it's quite a big fine. 6 million, what is that? That's like $400, $500, I think. Something like that, Australian dollars at least. That's a hefty fine. But I mean, so many people do it, but I feel like being an Aussie, a foreigner, I would probably get the fine if we did do it.
After riding for a couple of hours already, it was time for a quick stop. The bikes needed to be refueled as the CR250s do not have the biggest fuel tank. Luckily, the more rugged terrain we would mostly be doing in Vietnam meant we were not going to be covering much more than 200 kilometers a day. While we were stopped, we had a quick drink before we headed off again. The Vietnamese people pride themselves on great coffee, and while I'm not much of a coffee drinker back home, I was willing to try while here. The coffees are quite different than what I'm used to, usually made with condensed milk. I tried an iced coconut coffee of some sort. I didn't really know what I ordered, but I know it tasted good. We had 40 more kilometers of road riding to go that included beautiful scenery thanks to several lakes. And we also had to dodge a couple of herds of water buffalo and cows. Eventually, we turned onto our first dirt road. This was just a taste of what was going to be many dirt and muddy roads throughout the next couple of days.
Now this is off-roading.
Whoa. Hi.
Matt,
I'm Nam.
nice to meet you, Nam.
Nice to meet you. A little bit. Lucky not raining.
Yeah,
So please go there and drink some cool water or cold beer.
cool, thank you.
We arrived at our homestay and were greeted by yet again another friendly person. We took a couple of minutes to have a beer and some cane juice before we were told we should rush down to the lake to catch the sunset from a boat. We were joined by another group of bikers as we pushed off from land towards the centre of the lake. It was a nice change of speed from the chaotic city riding we were doing throughout the day. And where we pulled up made a perfect spot to get the drone out for a test run while a couple of the fellas went for a dip. What a great way to wrap up our first day in Vietnam. We turned the boat around to head back to the homestay and find a delicious meal cooked for us. After which, we settled in for the night to get some rest for the big day we were going to have tomorrow. In the next episode, we continue north. I get a little too excited with my riding. We spend some time trying to push our bikes through the Vietnamese jungle. It's made worth it by the views this country puts up for us though. And I spend the afternoon looking for the group after being separated.